Oh ho ho ho, ho ho. Editor, make my voice sound very cool. Okay, maybe not. Okay, edit that part out, please. Thank you. Three, two, one. What's up, everybody? Hello, good morning. How is everybody doing? Merry Tinkmas. It is day 23. No, 22. No, 23. Did you see that? I'm very prepared. Day 23 of Tinkmas. We only got a couple videos left. Is this right? Yeah, day 23. Okay, so I need to kind of build up a couple videos. Oh my gosh. Because I don't want to have to do a video on Christmas Eve or day because I'm going to be busy. So let's jump right in, guys. If you wonder what Tinkmas is, I'm doing a video every day, December 1st through the 25th. And we're already on the 22nd video in a row. Wow, it's been a grind, a speed run. It's kind of hard to do a video every day. Guys, today we are making a tea light church. And I was hoping to get to do another tea light project, but I was like, ooh, I've been doing kind of a lot of tea light stuff. But somebody in the comments requested the idea, so I'm going to respond and do it because that gives me the perfect excuse. Okay, here we go. We're going to do a tea light church. Uh-oh. Let's first check how big our candle is like we always do. 35. Let me look. 38 wide. I should know this by now. Okay, 38. There's probably smaller ones. Mine are kind of tall too, but obviously in the church it wouldn't matter. It depends how little the church is, I guess. By 27 tall. Yeah, mine are kind of tall tea lights, but you want to use electric tea lights for this type of stuff. Okay, white is sure, that's fine. We won't get fancy with that. Let's just set that off to the side. Let's go ahead and start our church. It might take a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time to print this one. I might. I don't know. Maybe I'll print a little tiny church and have it as a keychain. So I just set the sketch tool down. I should be explaining myself. The normal sketch tool, this one, extrude sketch. So we can go back into it here. I just set it down. Let's start on half of the door because I want to have big majestic doors, and that's my story. Yeah, let's just start doing stuff. I noticed with the sketch tool, it's you can just do half of stuff, you know. Especially if there's a lot, you know, if you're trying to get it even on both sides, like. Here, watch. We'll double click this to turn it to a curve. We can hit this to break the bars. See, break handles. Then you can move these orange bars separately. So check it out. We just created this beautiful shape. I'm going to make like arched doors. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Here, let's hit finish sketch. And let's say, look, this is one of the big doors, okay? So now let's go back in. Ooh, I got multiple ideas. Why is it way under there? Let's hit D to drop it. So yeah, this building, we're going to just start with the front door and just continue outward. So watch this. Let's make the door about as thick as we want. I want to keep it kind of thick, actually, because if I print this small, you got to make your walls and doors kind of thick. Am I right? I hope. Okay, so let's hit duplicate. So we have two of them same doors right there. So we can edit one of them. We're going to turn this one. We're going to turn the stroke settings on. So we're going to click this. Turn this on. And that's going to turn our door into like an outline like that. Isn't that cool? And see, we could crank this bar up. Oh. Okay. Oh, wow, we might do this a couple times. So see, let's start with a nice little outline on our door like this. Because churches have amazing architecture usually. Well, we can adjust the We could adjust the heights of everything afterwards here, but see, that one is a nice rim now. It's a hollow rim instead of a solid shape. So here, let's do that again. Let's duplicate this solid one. Okay. Hit Edit Sketch. Turn on the stroke settings. And crank the bar up a little more. Like, look, let's crank it up so this is how thick the outline will be now. See that blue area? Okay, finish sketch. Look at what we're doing. We're doing stuff. I can make the movement smaller if we want. See, though? Look at that. We're making a church door. Looks like a vault door. Jeez. And we could get really fancy. What if we did this? We can always experiment. I'm going to duplicate the entire door. And I'm going to hold Shift and Alt. And I'm going to shrink one down a little bit. Look at that. Holy cow. You almost can't get too wacky with the crazy architecture with like church stuff. Because it's like no expense spared, you know? They kind of go crazy with the architecture. Yeah, look at that nice door. I feel like we should be... I think we'll go with the gray. This is a stone door. So see, we did a half a door. Let's just do a kind of simple handle. Maybe. Let's do a kind of simple handle. I'm going to do that. If you're new to my channel, you'll see I like to build stuff really big sometimes. So look, this is the door handle. Let's grab one of these for some reason. Put that up there. See how fancy that looks? What else? Just throw some shapes together. The door handle's going to be so tiny that it won't even matter. That's not much different than the bottom. That was a little pointless. Okay, think. How about a keyhole? That's going to be so tiny that you're not even going to see it, probably. Okay, I'm just going to align them. I'm going to select everything and align it. It is aligned. Okay, I better not spend too much time on the door handle. Let me cut some little wavy things in the side here. So see, we can grab a cutout block like this. See, we could do something like that. Duplicate them, slide them over. Whatever. This is going to be tiny. Okay, let's group it together. It's probably stupid. See, we got a little door handle, and watch how small it's going to be. Oh my gosh. Let's put it over here. It might not even print. That's how small it's going to be. But see, oh, look at that. We got to make it smaller even. See, by printing it or making it really small. Let's see. Ooh, see, pretty. Ooh, you know what? We could no, it's fine. It's fine. It actually needs to be smaller. Okay, let's stop with the door because we have a lot to do. See, all we have to do now is duplicate it, slide it over, mirror it. And see, we have a super awesome. We can leave a little crack too, probably, as long as it's attached to something else. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Okay, let me think about what we want to do next here. I mean, honestly, why don't we just... I'd say just bring the sketch tool out again. We could just draw like... Oh my gosh. We could just kind of continue to add on here? Okay, let's turn this to curve, this to curve. Okay, that's getting crazy. Oops. Okay, brake handles. Okay, we should be able to use this same shape, though, to do a few things, you know, like we did with the door. Let's just go ahead and check it out. Oh, okay. Actually, I'm going back in. Let me fix. I didn't realize I need these to be the same here. See, I should have just did half the door. Because it's kind of hard to do things exactly the same. See how this curve's not the same? Okay, we learned our lesson. Only do half of stuff. Okay, that should be all right. Okay, let's see if we could do that same type of thing. See, that having that door inset like that's really cool. So let's do our trick now. Let's hit Edit Sketch. Oops, I mean, duplicate it. And then hit Edit Sketch. And then we'll use the stroke settings again. So turn it on the bottom. We're going to get a nice little outline. I'll hit Finish. Look at this already. Let's shrink one of them down. Look at. Holy monkeys. Dude, we're rocking the sketch tool. Okay, let's do it again. Duplicate. Edit sketch. Stroke settings. Turn them on. How about wider? Okay. Let's see what it looks like here. Oh, it's like a. Oh, it's kind of weird. Okay. That one we're going to pretend never happened. This actually might be good. So here. Now let me duplicate both of these keeper ones. I might adjust how, like, hardcore these are sticking out. See, like that. Let me duplicate both of them, though. And see if I can add to the structure here. Like, you know what I mean? We need to make things happen. Oh, that's actually pretty cool because that could be like stained glass there. See? Whatever gets us easy, more structure. Here, let's hit it again. So I hit duplicate again. Dang, that's pretty sweet. Here, let's see. Let me try making one of them narrower. Okay, did we go one too many? Should I delete this one? Okay, we'll stop there. All right, we got a good door. And, you know, a start of something more. That could be like a stained glass area, you know? If it was a real church. Okay. Now what? The actual, like, structure of the church, should I make it out of blocks? Would that be easy enough to do? Let me think about it. Okay, I have a feeling we're going to use some of these for the windows also. So let's put one of these over here. Basically, let's steal some parts from ourselves. Let's grab one of these. Good, good. What kind of rims do we have here? Good ones. We're just grabbing parts. So duplicate. Look at this for window. Ah. Ah. Okay, here is our junkyard over here. I like it. I like it. We could probably even keep one of these. Okay, that's all going to be helpful stuff, probably. Here's our candle. Jeez, look at this candle. All right, guys, we got to start building this thing. Let's tip this up. I'm going to hit D to drop it. Let's go ahead and see what it would look like is if we build it out of, like, stone blocks. A lot of churches are made out of, like, stone, brick. Okay, can I just make... We need to do it a little faster, though. We're just going to have to... We can't build it one brick at a time. Uh-oh. We will run out of time. Let's just build some walls and duplicate it. Let's get a basic shape going. And we'll have to add a lot of details. I hope that'll work good. Okay, here's what our bricks... I'm not going to curve them. They'd probably look a little better. Okay, maybe I will. See, what the problem is when you crank this radius bar, look at how many polygons we're adding. Can I do it so it only adds a few? Okay, hold on. What if we do... What if I turn the steps bar down? Hey, that might work. Because these are going to be pretty small. So see, I made them a little less detailed. That still might be hard to work with. Because if you start getting too many shapes, you know what happens. Ah, it would look better though, wouldn't it? Alright, we'll try it. Alright, let's make a wall. Okay. Let's just duplicate one of these bricks. See, what's nice about having the radius bar, see, you can have the bricks like this. Instead of just like flat up against each other. It gives it way more texture. Okay, so now we slid one over. We can keep hitting duplicate, see? Let's make a pretty big wall. Uh-oh. And then we can always cut it down for the different parts of the walls. So here, we're just going to go like this. Oh yeah, I remember how to do this easy. Watch this. Let's duplicate one of them temporarily. Raise it up to where we want it. See, I came up with this little strategy during the workshop tea light build. So raise up one like that. Now select all of them except that one. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And now duplicate and raise up that a whole nother row. And then put it where we want it again. So see, it's letting us... Otherwise, I would have no idea how far up to put it. Because look, we're just going to keep hitting duplicate now. There we go. We got a nice wall. Okay. Now we're going to... We can get rid of that temporary one. Okay, let's select a whole row again. Duplicate it. Raise it up. And then slide it over. See, so the bricks are uneven like that. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we have to click off of it. Oh dear. And we have to reselect that one. Because if we would have kept hitting duplicate there, it would have kept sliding the next row over. If that makes any sense. Because see, now we can raise them straight up. It's probably confusing if you're brand new, but so watch, duplicate. Because watch, once we get this one where we want, right there, we can keep hitting duplicate and it'll raise them straight up. See how fast we made a nice wall? Otherwise, them layers would have kept sliding over this way. There we go. See, easy as that. We got a wall. So we'll just keep using the same wall. We'll probably shrink it down. Okay, let's put it way over here. I hope this works good. We just had to get some main like structure going, or where this would have took days. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's bring our door in. Oh, maybe we want that wall even smaller. Let's see. Okay, yeah. Why don't we... We almost have to pick a size before I... Here, let's delete this actually. Let's shrink this down. Let's try that. I think we're going to have to do a little time lapse here. So, yeah, I'm going to set up some walls and just use some of our parts to get something going here. Let's I'll check back with you guys in a little bit here. Hello? Uh-oh, guys, we got a problem. See, with all them polygons on all these blocks, we're already getting bogged down. That's not good. We might have to rethink our strategy, guys. I think I'm not going to use stone blocks. Oh, no. See, it's like frozen. I was just trying to chop the roof line. Oh, no. Because I would want more walls and towers and stuff, too. So I think we're going to ditch... We're going to ditch that idea, I think. Look at it. It won't even... It is frozen. Here, what if I refresh? Give me my door back, please. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. This would have been cool. It might have worked if I didn't use the radius bar, because see, we're still getting a pretty lot of polygons on each one of these. But oh my gosh, it would take so long. We got time crunch. A Tinkmas time crunch. Let's grab our door. Okay, we got our door. Whoa, that looks... Holy cow, wait a minute. Wow, that looks kind of cool. Like if this had stained glass, you know? Not that we can print the stained glass. Here, let's just set this part over here. That's an extra part. Like I tell people when I'm working on my car. You just get extra parts. You just throw them over your shoulder into the woods. Whoop! Like that. Okay. Focus, guys. Come on. We were trying to do a time lapse. And look, we gotta delete this. A boop. Oh dear. Okay, let's do a little speed run using just some normal shapes like squares and cylinders and the sketch tool. I don't even know. I'm just going to do a lot. Uh-oh, it's yelling at us. Now that we bogged this program down with like this project down with all them bricks, let's actually copy these right here. We could hit copy. Let's go put these into a new project. Okay, brand new fresh project. There we go. We hit paste. And we're back in action. And now we have no memory of all them crazy, crazy bricks. All right. Let's do another time lapse. Holy cow. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Wow. I'm very happy with how this turned out. Here, let's delete this extra stuff except the candle. Oh my goodness, guys. Did you see? I just kept using the same, like, door, basically. All them windows are just the door that we built. You know what I'm saying? I just used the same shapes over and over again. So even though it looks like pretty crazy and complicated, look, there's windows all over. Which some churches do. Maybe I went a little overboard. That's okay. Some churches have extravagant, like, windows and architecture. So, and a lot of times it does repeat like that. So, wow, we have 3 towers. We got a bell tower. And basically nothing is an overhang except just real small ones like right here. Like little tiny ones that I think will be okay with the printer. The inside, I hollowed it out. And I recommend leaving your walls really thick like this. Oh, unless it doesn't glow. Oh, that would be a little bit of a problem. But if I'm shrinking this way down, it's going to be thinner. So here, let's shrink this down and to about the candle size. I wonder if I have enough of the clear filament left. I don't know if I'm going to print this yet. Ooh, you know what I could have done? Which I still probably could. I could have probably cut like it had open windows. Like I could probably cut all the way through. It would take a while. I'd have to ungroup everything. But I could cut the windows so all the windows look like they're open. And then the light from the tea light would come through the windows. Okay, that's one option. Otherwise, wow, look at how I could print this church really small. But see, that's why I wanted the walls kind of thick. Here, let's shrink it down like this. Let's see if it still fits. Holy cow. So how small can I print this thing? Well, honestly. But see, then our walls are getting thinner and thinner the smaller we're making it. Interesting. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty good size right there. That wouldn't take very long. But I think I might have to go with 0.1 layer height to be able to capture some of this stuff. Some of these details. Oh my goodness. Should I go a little smaller? Channel members that want to print this, you could obviously just scale it however you want. I just don't know if the walls are too thick for it to be white. What do you think? Should I try it in white or should I try it clear? I will decide. I'll check and see how much clear I have. Look at how little that would be. That would be adorable. A little bit bigger. There we go. How about right there? How many inches tall is that? 6 inches tall, guys. That is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. That's one of the best buildings I've done, I think. It was pretty easy too. It's all just duplicated. It looks complicated if you see the end result, but if you watch the time lapse, I was just tinkering around, duplicating stuff. All right, guys. Let's send it to the printer. Oh yeah, see, I made sure that there's not overhangs in here. See how these all end with points? And this point goes up into the bell. The bell's right here. So maybe that'll even glow a little bit. Maybe not. Who knows? All right, guys. Yep, let's send it to the printer. Holy cow, Lord. Whoa, that's bright. Wow, look at this, guys. Are you seeing this? Let me get you a little closer. Okay, I can't. Oh my goodness. Did you guys see what happened? Oh my gosh, look at this. This is awesome. Dude, this might be one of the best buildings I've done. This printer's getting a little worn out. Like, I think it's just a little loose bearings and everything because it's kind of been used up. So there's a little bit of weird lines and stuff on my print, but can you even see that? Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it. Dude, this is definitely one of the best buildings I've ever made. Did you see the top though in the time lapse? I had this top slightly floating, which I should have checked everything better, and I've done stuff like that before. Have you ever done that where you have an object like slightly floating above the, you know, it wasn't touching, so it didn't print correctly. So I quick stopped it and I just printed that separately and I just glued it on, and it's awesome. Okay, ooh, look at this. We got a few strings here. There we go. See, this is how I did the inside. The walls are super thick, maybe too thick. Uh-oh. I hope it glows. Otherwise, we're gonna have to cut the windows out. Wow, this is so cool. This is a really, really nice print. Hey, all we can do is try it. Here we go. I'm gonna turn off the printer. Hopefully it's dark enough in here. A boob. Oh, here we go, guys. Moment of truth. Oh my gosh, it works. Whoa. Here, you want me to take you off the tripod? Okay, behave. Dude, you know what's really cool? Since the windows are, since the windowsills are thicker, it's making them like a shadow and a better outline. Oh my gosh. Wow. So I knew the walls were kind of thick, so I purposely did, what did I do? I did only 2 layers. I did 2 shell count and 15% infill. So it's pretty hollow in there. Even the, even the thick part, it's pretty hollow. So I think that's why it's still glowing nice. Maybe for the channel member list, I will, if I have time, I'll also add one that the windows are all cut out, like open windows, because then you would probably see little bright spots, see how like you'd see little bright glows through all the windows, and it would look really cool. Here, I have another idea. Watch this. Let's turn on more of these. We can have multicolor. Can we fit 3 in there? Oh, it's close, guys. I don't think 3 will fit. Okay, we're gonna go with 2. I want to see if it shows off the multicolor. Oh my gosh, yeah, it does. Here, let's watch it for a second. Look it, we got multicolor mass. Wow, that's awesome. What if I put one behind it? Dude, we got... Let's see, let's put one over there. Dude, we have some major... Is this like the 5th tea light thing we've made during Tinkmas? I think it is. Oh my gosh, this is definitely one of the best. Alrighty, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one. Wow, I really like it. I'm gonna go set it up with the rest of my prints down there by the Christmas tree. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'll add this to the list for the members. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah, come on in, guys.